Kadija, congratulations. It's always nice to see women rise up high in academia to be a consultant in finance with a PhD. That's fantastic.
Thank you.
Congratulations. You're doing excellent.
I'm humbled.
How do you see the Ninth of Power?
So, as he rightly mentioned, that the Ninth of Power forms part of one of the greatest pillars in Islam. To us, it was when the guidance, the glorious Quran was revealed to us, in which tenets we thrive on. And when you look at fasting, it's not fashion. It's not just because we are Muslim. It's actually part of the pillars of Islam, where Allah has commanded us in chapter 2 of the Quran from 183 to 185, why we should fast, who qualifies to fast, and all the exemptions therein. So when they said the Ninth of Power, adding to what they said, look, it is more than 1,000 months of worship. So it's not a month to joke with. It's a month you have to reconnect. It's the month destinies are rewritten. It's the month sins are forgiven. And they are, apart from the Quran, we also have our guidance from the sayings of the Prophet, that is hadith. And we have several authentic hadiths being reported by Bukhari and Muslim telling us that in this night, rewards are multiplied, so we should get closer, supplicating, reading the Quran, and doing all the right things. So the month of power is of no joke when it comes to Ramadan, and we ought to take it very serious. In fact, there are people who want to just take 10 days off in solace in the holy Kaaba, making sure that they do not miss out the power of this night.
I see. That's very interesting. So when is the night?
So basically, he was saying that the last 10 days, the authentic hadiths and all the teachings of the Prophet said that it is seen in the odd days, so 21st, 23rd, 25th, till the end of the.
Are we there now?
Yeah, we are there now.
How many days more?
In fact, it's starting tonight.
Oh, tonight is the beginning of the Ninth of Power.
Yeah.
Okay, so if I go to the mosque at the cantonments.
No, please. You have to have established some pure intentions. You have to have believed that this is it before.
Well, I cannot rush to the mosque because it's the Ninth of Power and then go and open my hands and say,
no, it's not done that.
It requires concentration.
It requires concentration. You have to really be involved in it, just as fasting. Like, it doesn't just fast because you can eat food or eat your suhoor and stay hungry too. There are etiquettes which starts with the intention. That you should have sincere intention that I'm fasting for the sake of Allah. I'm fasting so that Allah will forgive my sins. I'm fasting because it's a pillar of Islam. So yes, Mr. Paul, you can rush to cantonment, but you might not get the benefit.
I don't get the blessing.
Because
even if you take me, I'm going with you.
I cannot guarantee that if I go, I'll get it.
If I know the sheikh who is leading the prayer.
The sheikh cannot guarantee what you get. It's
the imam. Imam Abbas is my friend. He is leading the prayer there.
Imam Abbas cannot guarantee that. It's only Allah's mercy who can guarantee, even Imam Abbas.
Yeah, I see.
That mercy.
Wow. Let me stay on you. What about women and fasting? Women do so much. They take care of the children. They go to work. Shouldn't they be given certain fewer hours to fast?
No, please. Why? Because we are all Muslims. We are all Muslims, right? And what is ordained on you is what is ordained on me. However, Allah, the most merciful, gave exemptions to when somebody cannot fast. One of the exemptions, we have the temporal, we have the permanent exemptions. The permanent being that if you are ill and it's chronic, the older adult who cannot is too fragile to their health. The people who cannot fast due to maybe a doctor saying that this is it, but you cannot just determine it by yourself. A doctor have to approve if you do this, it will be detrimental to your health. When it comes to women, there are exemptions. If you are not pure, you cannot fast, just like you cannot pray. If you are menstruating, you cannot. We have something we call the fast. If you had given birth and then you are bleeding, that makes you unclean. You cannot fast, but you have to pay back when you are clean, right? If you are breastfeeding and that will also be detrimental to the health of the baby or you are exempted from fasting.
But you have to do it.
But at the right time, you have to pay back the missed days. And it is just laid down in the Quran from chapter 2, 183 to 185, all is there in.
But women go through the cycle at least once a month.
Yes.
So it will mean that for the 30 days of fasting, some women will be excluded for some days.
For some days.
So after the fasting, you fast those days?
Yeah, you have to fast.
If you don't?
You have to.
You have to do it.
If you don't, it's a sin.
It's a kind of a sin.
It's a sin, yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. Who is supervising that? Your husband?
Nobody. It's you, your consciousness, your taqwa in Allah, in what you believe in, your relationship with your Lord. Of course, your husband can motivate you to pay that back, but it's up to you and your Lord. So you're not doing fasting because of your husband, as I indicated, nor your mother, nor your father. You're doing it for the sake of Allah. And once that is not established, you miss out on all the benefit that come with fasting. It's a pillar, just like the Hajj, just like the Zakat. The Zakat, we conclude the fasting with the Zakat, where we have to pay 2.5% of our excess wealth to people who are vulnerable.
Wow.